Good evening. No one said being a new MP was going to be easy. Tomorrow, some will feel the weight of the world and the expectations of millions of voters on their shoulders for their first big vote on what really is a matter of life or death. After months of build-up, the only debate on the assisted dying bill that really matters will take place. It'll happen here in a rare Friday sitting and in a free vote where their conscience, not their party affiliation, will guide their decision-making. Whichever way the vote goes, it will affect lives and shape us as a country.
It's a vote that could change the way our society treats the end of life. So far, there has been much debate in public. Tomorrow, Parliament gets to have its say. ITV News has heard from more than 500 of the 650 MPs. Just over 200 of them say they plan to vote in favour of assisted dying, including the Labour MP Sarah Champion, who reveals her intentions for the first time tonight.
It's one of those things that I have to make my own choice on, and both for myself to have that choice and the people that I've loved and lost in my life, I think to be able to choose is the one sort of last gift that we can give to people.
More than 150 MPs have said they intend to vote against assisted dying. Conservative MP Danny Kruger is a long-standing opponent.
Everybody thinks we should be assisted to die in as little pain as possible and with maximum choice. That's why people say they support assisted dying. But what this is giving doctors the power to prescribe lethal drugs to patients without sufficient safeguards to protect the vulnerable. And when you talk people through the actual bill, and that's what we're going to be debating here tomorrow, people overwhelmingly recognise that there are problems with it.
His mother is celebrity chef Prue Leith. Tonight, she was in Parliament urging MPs to vote for change. What's your message to MPs tonight?
Oh, for goodness sake, my message is don't duck it. Just look at the evidence and then vote. And if they look at the evidence, they'll vote for change, for sure.
24 MPs say they'll abstain in tomorrow's vote. But even at this late stage, there are still many yet to decide. We spent time with two of these 125 MPs who could yet determine whether the bill succeeds.
I've really wrestled with my conscience on this. Even at this late stage, I've still not completely made up my mind on it. It's a very complex area and I've done lots of reading. And there are just so many arguments in favour of the bill, but also against.
One MP has surveyed his constituents online to help him make up his mind.
Emotions are quite high on this one, so I decided about a month ago to put a survey out on Facebook, and obviously I've been boosting it to get maximum reach, but I really wanted to hear what the people of Swindon North had to say on the matter because it is such a tricky vote.
As MPs head home tonight, many will walk past these pro-assisted dying posters outside Parliament. Campaigners and constituents have had their say. Tomorrow, whether to change the law on how we die will be a matter for MPs' own conscience.
Harry, clearly a really big day tomorrow, potentially momentous. How is it going to run and when will we know the result?
Well, the debate will start at 9:30 tomorrow morning. It will last up to 5 hours. 170 MPs have asked to speak in the debate. There won't be time for all of them to have their say. We should get a result probably around 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the afternoon. Now, we've been tracking how MPs say they're going to vote for the last week or so. Our survey suggests the majority of MPs back a change in the law. But as you've said, it's a free vote. Normally MPs get told by their party how to vote. This time, they've had to do their own research, speak to their constituents, and many of them, more than 100, according to our survey, are still undecided. So this vote could still genuinely go either way. This vote tomorrow is the first hurdle for this bill. It's probably the most significant hurdle. But if it passes tomorrow, it doesn't necessarily mean that assisted dying becomes law. There's still around 6 months of the parliamentary process to go through. And in fact, some MPs I've spoken to say they'll vote for the bill tomorrow, but actually they're still pretty sceptical and they might vote against it at a later stage. But if enough MPs do back it tomorrow, there's a real possibility that in England and Wales, assisted dying could become the law by next summer.
OK, it's going to be quite a day, isn't it, Harry? Thank you very much indeed.